For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone with the four seniors who tonight go out a winner at Moody Coliseum, 68-45. We've got Susie Dimba, Lizzie Dimba, Sydney Shellstead, Alexis Mason. All of them did something spectacular tonight. We'll get to it in a second. First of all, any of you, what was the emotion like out there?
For me, I was like, okay, Lizzie, don't cry. And then before we even started the game, somebody on the bench was like, oh my gosh, this is y'all's last pregame stuff. And I was like, no. And then I started crying then. And I was crying, I don't know, yeah, it was really emotional, way more emotional than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, Alexis, Coach Goodenough moved all the senior night stuff after the game. Did it help?
Yeah, it did. We probably would have been a lot more emotional if we did it before the game, so.
Susie, tonight it was a weird game, wasn't it? 26-22 at halftime, and the shots really weren't falling for either team. What was it like in the locker room? What was being said?
We just knew that their defense was kind of surrounded by double teaming our post players, so we had to make sure we relocated on the perimeter, and the post players did a good job of bringing the ball back out whenever they were getting double teamed. So.
And when in doubt, throw it up on the rim, and this person will rebound it. 23 rebounds, 23. Susie's number, 23 tonight, a career high. There was a tenacity I saw in you tonight. I mean, we see it every night, but what was going through your mind?
Well, we knew 23 on the other team was a really good rebounder, and we knew that their offense came from drives and offensive rebounds. So I think a lot of them were on the defensive side, so I just made sure and tried to go for the ball every time.
Did you do that for her, 23 for 23?
I guess so. It was a tribute to number 23 on the other team.
It worked out, and she's a terrific player. And you guys stretched it out in the second half. And what was the feeling like as you're going on to the second half and you're realizing things, you're stretching it out?
It was good. I mean, it was just like weird knowing that it's our last game, so we just wanted to play hard and give the fans something to be proud of.
You had 10 rebounds tonight, season high. Nice going. You got your uniform dirty, diving for balls. Were you thinking about it as the game was going along? Were you thinking about this being your last night?
No, not too much. Once the game started, I just played. 17
points, 9 boards for you. You get 10 rebounds, your season high. 23 points for you. Your 26th career double-double. Sydney double. And you go for 15 and 15. Somebody give me best memory at Moody Coliseum. Who wants one?
I would say tonight is probably a night that I'll never forget because it was a great crowd and we came out with a win and we just gave them something to be proud of, and it's really emotional. I don't think I'll ever forget this night for sure.
You all are now 32 and 3 in the conference the last 2 years. What does that say about this bunch, Sid?
I think it just says the tenacity. You know, we had a bunch of freshmen come in this year, and Bree stepped up, and I honestly didn't realize how much Whitney did until she was gone. And so Bree has really stepped up, and I think it just shows that it can't just be us four. 5 people got to play, and we have to have a bench. And so I think it just shows that everyone steps up when we're trying to win.
Well, the paparazzi would like to talk to the four of you, so you exit this way, and we'll bring in your head coach. Coach Goodenough, you come in as the four studs exit. Coach, the 4 horses that you've ridden for the last 4 years, and all of them in different ways came up big tonight, didn't they?
They really did, and that's what they've been so good at. If we have a night where one of them maybe is not scoring, another one picks up the scoring opportunities, or like tonight where Alexis struggled to score, she gets double-digit rebounds. I mean, they really complement one another, and I think they have probably been hard to game plan against because, if you try to face guard Alexis, like what we've seen a lot in conference play, it makes you a little bit vulnerable to us feeding the post. And then, our post players are getting high percentage shots. So they've done a good job complementing one another. Really hard group of players to defend when they all, have their game faces on, and they're ultra competitive as a group, and so they pretty much show up every night.
I asked them, I'll ask you, did it work moving the senior night stuff back to after the game? Were you able to stay in control most of the night?
I think so. I mean, for me, I was, I just all day.
26-22 at halftime will help, won't it?
Absolutely. All day, I just tried to control my thoughts. And, a lot of people were asking about tonight, and I just kept saying we've got to beat Incarnate Word. We try to just take one day at a time, one event at a time, and that's what we talked about with them. Hey, the first event is taking care of this ball game. I mean, this is really important, and then after that we can celebrate our seniors. And so our team did an incredible job of that. And for those underclassmen, they have been great supporters of this senior group, and they they've encouraged them, they've supported them, and they knew that tonight was going to be a big night for them. And I thought the underclassmen did a great job of making sure that, you know, the seniors had everything they needed to be successful, support, encouragement to them, and just another great team victory tonight.
Well, you can celebrate tonight, but you still have work to do. You have a game on Saturday at Houston Baptist. If you win it, you know, worst case, you're tied for first place in the conference.
Yes, yeah. And we talked about that in the locker room. This week has been championship week. We had 2 games we need to win. Tonight was like the semifinal for us. You know, we need to take care of business tonight. The final for us is on Saturday, and so we're going to celebrate tonight. And then tomorrow, I mean, we're just getting back down to business and discuss that with our team. Like, hey, enjoy this tonight, but tomorrow, man, we've got to get ready to learn about Houston Baptist, a team we don't know anything about. We haven't even seen them this year.
Well, big night. All 4 seniors in their last regular season home game have huge numbers, and the Wildcats win going away over Incarnate Word 68-45. For the 4 seniors, Susie and Lizzie Dimba, Alexis Mason, and Sydney Shellstead, and Coach Julie Goodenough, I'm Grant Boone.